Name?
David Punnett.
Bonnet?
Punnett. P-U-N-N-E-T-T.
Oh, got it.
Strawberry baskets.
I was thinking like bonnet with a car, you know. So tell me about the car.
What do you want to know about it?
How it's made.
How it's made. Sorry.
What it's made with, like with the wood frame.
Yeah,
and
well, it's got a wooden frame. It's got aluminium body. I've got all the wheels. All the mudguards are steel, and the front end of the car is steel. The rest of it's aluminium.
You might want to hang on till that can't stop.
How else?
Well, what can you tell me about putting it together? And how many?
We actually, what we done, we gathered all the bits and pieces we needed for the car, because there was bits missing when we bought it, because it was all in pieces. And we got the bits together, and then when we started, it took 16 weeks from start to finish. And the reason for that was we got in touch with a club that that knew all about the cars.
Oh, okay.
Got all the information we possibly could, and then they said they wanted it to one of their shows, no matter what condition it was in, by the July, and we started it in the March. So we had a race to get it done, and we did it.
So how much did it cost you in bits and pieces?
To actually purchase the car cost me £1,500. And to do the whole car, I spent around about, total with the buying, around about 5,500 to 6,000.
Okay, and what is it worth now?
12,000.
Doubled your money? But would you sell it?
No, it's not for sale. I've been offered some nice prices for it.
I bet.
And I've turned them down.
I bet.
In fact, I'll get lynched by the family if I sold it.
Yes. My dad's car is now in a small museum. So it didn't go to a family member because we really didn't have a place to store it. So this is the pictures of you working on it.
Yeah.
And he said you had to mold the wood. Where's the wood at? In the panels and...
Oh no, the wood is in the actual frame. This is it being sprayed outside on the backyard. You see, it was actually spraying it. But if I will show you what the wood was all about.
So the frame, as in this...
All the insides of the doors, all of this, the body is actually nailed with tin tacks to the wooden frame. So I'll just show you a picture of that. If I can get there.
So do you have like galvanized tacks to where it will last longer now?
Yeah, we're getting there. That's the frame. Those are the new pieces that we made, and these are all the old rotten pieces.
Oh, so you had something to work off of.
Yeah, you see. This, you can see all the new pieces going in on the frame there, and all the flooring is the same. Thank you, Paul. I don't know whether the picture over this way is better.
So this is that a door?
That's the door, that is. Even the insides of the doors are wood. That's all the back end. That's the frame. This is all nailed too. You see. And that's
amazing.
And that was the state of the body. Actually, the frame was so bad that the wooden ash frame was so bad that we had to use marks. We had to make a jig up for the wheel arches at the back, and then we had to, to put it all together. We had to put supports in to keep it square.
And ash is very bendable wood.
Well, it's all ash.
Yeah.
Most of the cars. There's a car down there, that MG, that has got an ash frame as well.
Yes.
They were built on ash frames in that. You can see all the wood going on there now, all the new pieces.
What years were they made with wood frames?
Pardon?
What years were they made with wood frames?
Well, they were made from the early days of cars, were coach-built cars, right up until post-war time.
Post-World War II?
There were some cars being mass-produced before the war, but very few.
Okay, because I know that the Fords don't have.
I mean, your Model T Ford is all wood.
Was it?
Yeah, most of it, apart from the chassis.
I don't know, actually.
It actually had a metal frame.
I don't.
Oh, there was a metal frame.
There was no wood that I.
Yeah. Yes, they were. They were the first mass-produced car in the world.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
Henry
traditionally in this
Here
country,
you can see
there
that
was
you can see the wood being assembled
a
here.
very extensive history of coach building, traditional coach building, where
Yeah.
they did use ash frames for lightness and strength and
Okay.
flexibility, because it enabled small runs of bodies to be made, with wood, rather than setting up and having to make press tools. There was a lot of flexibility
yeah.
for small production runs.
Got it.
You can
And
see-
then when you say coach, as in after coach and horse.
Exactly,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Traditional,
Okay.
like
Yeah, that's
in
how
your
it was
in your
called, coach
country, the
building.
old coaches were wooden.
Yeah.
Well, it carried through in this country into when cars came into being.
Yeah.
That tradition, those skills were in force.
Yeah.
Carried through. They just happened to put engines in and
Got
become
it.
more elaborate, and then use metal more, aluminium and steel.
See, that's fascinating to me. I just,
Yeah.
like I said, grew up with.
You can see the amount of wood that is actually into the body. That's me when I was younger. The vacant look.
The vacant look.
Yeah. I got it all there, and I was saying, "What the heck do I do with this?" Now I've got it.
So, how many years ago was this?
1987.
Oh, that is a few years ago. It doesn't seem that long ago, does
Yeah,
it?
it's sort of part of the family now, isn't it?
Yeah.
This car?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like my
That's why
dad's.
his daughters won't let him sell it.
Oh yeah, that's like with my dad's car. We were kind of disappointed when he gave it to the museum, but we thought, no, that's better. That's
Well,
better.
I mean, the tradition stays. I mean, to give something to a museum like that is something really worthwhile
Do you want to see in the
because it's
engine?
history.
Yeah, I'd love to. The other thing is, we used to go in parades.
way, Paul.
See,
That's it.
we grew up going in parades with the car, so it was a family thing. Now, again, tell me about what we've got here. What's this?
But this is your starting handle.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know it's a clockwork car.
Yeah.
It doesn't run on petrol.
She's filling your leg now.
Well, and if I was going to say though, if you didn't crank it just right, you break your wrist or arm.
Yeah, well, they used to have kickback,
Yeah. They used
So
to. They
you'd have
don't
to be-
anymore.
Yeah, so you had to know what you never held the steering. You never held that handle like that. You always held it like that, so that if it went backwards, it'd slip out through your hands.
Got it.
See?
So if you held it just right, you didn't break anything.
Yeah. The technical part of it is, although it's a very early engine, it's an overhead cam engine. So it's what they call long stroke overhead cam. The engine is, and all the modern cars are short. That's the length of the conrod from the crankshaft up to the piston. The depth of the engine there. And of course, what these engines do, they've got a lot more torque than modern engines, so they can go much slower in gears and accelerate up again.
Okay.
But of course, they're not as reliable. This one is, of course.
So far.
Now I see. Is that a modern battery? Over here.
That's the battery, yeah.
Did they always have a battery? Or is
Yeah,
that
yeah.
more modern? Okay.
That's your air filter. The oil filter's the other side. That is your
The coil.
coil.
Are people
And
starting
that-
to leave?
Yeah, all the
They're
bits and
going
pieces.
in a parade, but
Oh.
Yeah,
we're
we've got to dash.
Okay.
because
We've
we
got to
have.
go.
Oh, okay.
I've
Well,
got
I'm.
a dinner date tonight.
Are you? And you're not taking me?
No,
Tell
no,
me your name again.
Dave Punnett.
Dave
Punnett.
And
And I'm his sidekick, his neighbour, Paul Tipping.
Paul Tipping.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you both.
you.
Thank you.
Yeah.